Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's episode of Supernatural Sundays. All right. Now, if you remember correctly, the last two episodes that we worked on was the Curious Case of Dean Winchester. Was the very last one we did. That was episode 7. And then we also did episode 5, Fallen Idols. So a couple of funny episodes there. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into the next 2 episodes that we're going to talk about. But before we do that, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us today. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so and join the fam. If you're a returner, welcome back. Good to see you. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next 2 episodes. And we're going to start off with season 5, episode 8, called Changing Channels. Now this episode stars a Steve Dasick. He plays the character called Dr. Sexy. And he's also played in films such as The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has also played in X-Men 2, X United. And he also played in Tactical Force with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Pretty good repertoire there. Okay, and it also stars a Hiro Kanagawa, I believe is how you say that name. And he plays the game show host in this episode. And he also played in the film, Orphan, The First Kill, the sequel to The Orphan. And he also did Godzilla from 2014. I haven't even seen that one yet. And he played in the King of Fighters live action film in 2009. And we also have a Christine Chaitlin who plays Dr. Piccolo. And she played in 40 Days and 40 Nights with Josh Hartnett. She also played in the film Chaos Theory. And she played in the very first Final Destination film. So that's a pretty good cast right there. Pretty good cast. All right. So the plot for this episode is Dean and Sam are thrown into an alternate universe by, guess who? The Trickster. Where they are different characters in different TV shows. So, okay. So with that being said, this is going to be fun. Let's go ahead and jump into this episode with some clips from Season 5, Episode 8, Changing Channels. Here we go.
Town to town, 2-lane roads, the family biz, 2 hunting bros, living the lie just to get by. Ooh, together we'll face the day. You and I won't run away.
Doctor,
Ow!
seriously.
What?
Seriously? You're brilliant, you know that? And a coward. You're a brilliant coward.
What are you talking about?
As if you don't know.
I don't believe this.
What?
That was Dr. Piccolo. Who?
Doctor,
Doctor.
you want to give me one good reason why you defied my direct order to do the experimental face transplant on Mrs. Beale?
One reason? Sure. You're not Dr. Sexy.
You're crazy.
Is the fact that he wears cowboy boots, not tennis shoes.
Yeah, you're not a fan.
It's a guilty pleasure.
You guys are getting better.
Get us the hell out of here.
Or what?
Real. It's real. No. Oh, no. Come on, I'm waiting. Okay, I need a penknife, some dental floss, a sewing needle, and a 5th of whiskey. Yep, you'll be fine.
あなたは自分の兄弟より悪魔を選んだ。
その悪魔の名前は何か
I can't speak Japanese.
正解はルビー。I'm sorry, サム・ウィンチェスター。ディーン・ウィンチェスター。弟がもし生まれていなければ、あなたの両親はまだ生きていたでしょうか What do I do? I don't want to get in the nuts.
I know. Answer the question.
In Japanese? Yeah, I don't know Japanese. Try, damn it. 答えは、そうです。そうです。スクラガチャンピオン
How'd you do that?
I have no idea.
Dean?
Sam? Where are you?
I don't know. Oh, crap. I don't think we killed the trickster.
Okay, stake didn't work. So what, this another trick?
I don't know. Maybe the stake didn't work because it's not a trickster?
What do you mean?
I mean, you heard Cass. He said this thing was too powerful to be a trickster.
Of a bitch.
What?
I think I know what we're dealing with.
Dean,
What?
that feels really uncomfortable. Ow.
All right, you son of a bitch! We'll do it!
Ow. Sam, get a load of the rims on you.
Eat me.
Okay, boys. Ready to go quietly?
Oh, whoa, not so fast. Nobody's going anywhere until Sam has opposable thumbs.
What's the difference? Satan's gonna ride his ass one way or another. I am the trickster.
Or maybe you're not. Maybe you've always been an angel.
A what?
I'll tell you what. You just jump out of the holy fire and we'll call it our mistake.
Well played, boys. Well played.
Nobody gets the jump on Cass like you did.
Mostly it was the way you talked about Armageddon. Well, a personal experience. Nobody gets that angry unless they're talking about their own family.
So which one are you? Grumpy, sneezy, or douchey?
They call me Gabriel.
Gabriel. The Archangel.
Guilty.
All right, this was a great episode. It's always fun to have the trickster roll around because you know there's going to be some chaos. You know he's going to cause some stuff to happen. Some of it may be funny, some of it may not be, but most of the time it is pretty damn funny. This episode this episode just totally blew my mind the way they were able to create this. I mean, they made fun of so many different TV shows in this episode. This episode lays the comedy on really, really thick. Every episode that involves a trickster is a must watch. They poke fun at several different shows, such as Grey's Anatomy, the CSI cop shows, game shows, even Knight Rider. But then when they want to get serious, they know how to flip the switch and get serious, which is what happened towards the end of the episode. And then of course there was the big bombshell at the end of this episode that really nailed it. So the whole thing was the trickster was putting the boys through this, and they had to play the roles that were given to them in each one of the TV shows in order to move on to survive. So the whole premise of the idea of the trickster was to put the boys through this so they would learn to play the roles that God had intended for them to play, which meaning, Dean being the vessel for Michael and Sam being the vessel for Lucifer for the final battle. Which, the boys are in nowhere near ready to give in to that at all whatsoever. So, that plays out in this. I mean, the comedy in this episode is just I don't know what else to say. I mean, the fact that Dean is watching soap operas alone is funny, but the way he gets onto the trickster, he catches the trickster pretending to be Dr. Sexy because the trickster was wearing tennis shoes and not cowboy boots. He points that out perfectly. And then, with the CSI thing, yeah, CSI was a great show. Don't get me wrong. But they've played it out and played it out. There are so many different versions of CSI, so many different versions of NCIS. When do we stop? Okay. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about all that junk. What we're talking about is Supernatural. Cass made a couple appearances in this episode as well, which is always good to see Cass. Even though he was getting thrown around by the trickster pretty much the entire episode. But the way it was set up with the woman saying that her husband was attacked by the Incredible Hulk. I mean, come on. How do you not know that it's the trickster after listening to that story? Okay. But this was a great episode, and the comedy all the way through, and then when it got serious right at the end, it played well into everything that's going on in the season so far. But I do want to say that the beginning of the episode where they did the introduction of the show in comedic style of a sitcom, classic. And then of course, there was some other stuff in here that was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I thought it was fantastic. And I think you will too if you actually sit and watch it. Like I said, this is a fantastic show. And so far, season 5 is not disappointed at all with these episodes. At all. All right. So, with that being said, we're ready to go ahead and jump into the next episode. But before we do that, you know what I like to do. I always do it every single episode. We got to have it. Every single episode of Supernatural Sunday, we have to have our coffee. Because if you don't have coffee throughout the day, coffee provides not only stability to get through the day, it also provides super strength to get through the day. So here we go. Check this out. First cup, best cup. Good. Thank you, Diane, for the cup. I'm still drinking out of it. I love it so much. Thank you. All right. Now, we're ready to go ahead and. Oh, I spilled a little bit of that coffee on me. That's not good. We're ready to get into the next episode of Supernatural, which is going to be episode number 9 that we're going to talk about. And this episode is called The Real Ghostbusters. This episode is a great one. So it stars Devin Ratray, who played Damien in this episode. And he also played in the movie Masterminds, R.I.P.D. And I didn't know it until I looked it up and I thought, oh my God, he played Buzz McAllister in Home Alone. Okay, now this is the guy that played McCulkin's brother in Home Alone. Buzz, the bully, played in an episode of Supernatural. I couldn't believe it. Blew my mind. All right, so it also stars a Ernie Grunwald who plays Barnes, and he played in the film Cellular, and that was with William H. Macy. If you have not seen that movie, you need to check that movie out. That movie was awesome. He also played in Men in Black 2, and he played in Dudley Do Right, which was with Brandon Fraser from the 90s. That's a funny flick, a real funny flick. And the episodes also stars a Crystal Lowe, who plays the actress of Letitia Gore in this episode. And she played in the film Insomnia with Robin Williams and Al Pacino. Great film. She also played in the 2006 remake of Black Christmas. And she played in Final Destination Part 3. Okay, so in this episode, Dean and Sam receive a message from Chuck via text to meet them at a hotel. So they drive all night to get to the hotel, and it turns out the message was sent to them by Becky to get the boys to show up for the first ever supernatural convention. But when a real spirit shows up, and the boys and Chuck team up with fake Sam and fake Dean to hunt the ghost. All right, so this was a great episode, a fantastic episode. But before we get into this episode and see some clips from it, we're going to take out for this commercial break. We'll be right back.
I've got genital herpes.
I've got genital herpes.
I've got genital herpes.
I tried to be responsible.
Did I try?
But now I take twice daily herpexia to reduce my chances of passing it on.
Ask your doctor about using herpexia.
Patients should always consult with a physician before using herpexia. Possible side effects include headache, diarrhea, permanent erectile dysfunction, thoughts of suicide, and nausea.
I am doing all I can to slightly lessen the spread of genital herpes. And that's a good thing.
All right, like I said, here we go. We're going to jump into some clips from Season 5, Episode 9, The Real Ghostbusters. Here we go.
There you are.
Guys?
What's going on?
Nothing. You know, just, I'm just kind of hanging. What are you guys doing here?
You told us to come.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You texted me. This address, life or death situation, any of this ringing a bell?
No, I didn't send you a text. Oh, no.
What?
Sam! You made it!
Becky, right?
Oh, you remembered. You've been thinking about me. It's okay. I can't get you out of my head either. They're gonna want to see it.
See what?
Oh my God, I love it when they talk at the same time.
Hey, Chuck, come on, pal, it's showtime.
Hey, Dean, looking good.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Dean, too. Duh.
Uh-oh. It's Sam and Dean. I'm in trouble now. Have fun, you two.
Becky, what is this?
It's awesome! A supernatural convention, the first ever.
Why are we even here, Dean? Are you just following Dad's footsteps like a good little soldier? You that desperate for approval?
This isn't you talking, Sam.
See, that's the difference between you and me. I got a mind of my own. I'm not pathetic.
So what are you gonna do, Sam?
Oh, you know what? That's it. That is it.
What's wrong, Bobby?
I'm not Bobby, okay? You're not Sam. You're not Dean. What is wrong with you? Why in the hell would you choose to be these guys? Not fans. In fact, I think that the Dean and Sam story sucks. So you listen to me. Their pain is not for your amusement. I mean, you think that they enjoy being treated like circus freaks?
I don't think they care because they're fictional characters.
Oh, they care. Believe me, they care a lot.
I fell in love for the first time at 16. Lost my virginity, actually. But then she went around telling everybody it didn't count, so. Don't open that door! I said no one leaves, damn it! Now somebody salt this door.
You're wrong, you know.
Sorry?
About Supernatural. No offense, but I'm not sure you get what the story's about.
Is that so?
All right, look. In real life, he sells stereo equipment. I fix copiers. Our lives suck. But to be Sam and Dean, to wake up every morning and save the world, to have a brother who would die for you. Well, who wouldn't want that?
Maybe you got a point. You know, you two don't make a bad team yourselves. How do you know each other anyway?
Oh, well, we met online. Supernatural chat room.
Oh.
We're more than friends. We're partners.
Oh. Well. Howdy, partners.
Howdy.
All right, so this episode to me was the perfect example for why serious shows should take the time to chill and possibly make fun of themselves. We hadn't seen a regular episode in a while where they just hunt something that can be held off with iron and salt. It's been a while since they've done anything like that. The plot twist at the end of the episode was a surprise. And we also finally get a lead on the cult in this episode. So that's something that they've been looking for months and hadn't had any leads whatsoever. No way, no idea where it's at, who's got it, anything like that. And all of a sudden they go to this supernatural convention and bam, there's a clue to where the cult is. It's fantastic. Fantastic. The cast was good in this episode. Like I said, it was funny in some aspects of it. And Dean kind of blowed up in this episode when they were talking about the lives of the story of Sam and Dean. He kind of got upset there. Who could blame him? I mean, he is right. The storyline that they're going through would put a normal guy into the loony bin with all the shit that they've been through. Pardon my French. With all the stuff they've been through. And I could see where he's coming from. But then you also see the other side of it where Damien's coming from when he talks about how they're fictional characters and to want to be part of that, to have what they have as far as a brother that would die for you, and to save the world. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't enjoy that? So yeah, this was a great episode. A lot to think about. Like I said, we found out that Crowley, the introduction of Crowley. Finally, I've been waiting for this. I love Crowley. We finally get the introduction of Crowley for the next episode. He is supposedly the one who has the cult. So now Sam and Dean have to find him to get to the cult so they can use the cult to kill Lucifer. two great episodes, very well played out, very well thought, very well written, well directed. A great show, nonetheless. I'm telling you, this is a wonderful show. Um, it was a great callback to see some of the people that was dressed up in this episode. You had one guy that was dressed up as the yellow-eyed demon. You had the Scarecrow. Of course, you had other people dressed up as Dean and Sam. You had a Bobby. There was a Bobby in there, and there was a Ash in there. So yeah, it was a well, and you had the Hook Man, played by some guy named, I think his name was Fritz, I think, in this episode, and that was classic. But two great episodes, wonderfully done. Two of my favorites, actually, my very favorite episodes of this show. But there are so many. There are so many that we haven't even got to yet. But these are two of the greatest episodes. I thoroughly enjoyed both these episodes. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. If I'm sounding a little funny, I'm a little under the weather today. I just wanted to go ahead and make a video today, and try not to cancel out on any of the other videos I got to make. So, we'll see how that goes. But I did want to get this one out today. I appreciate everybody who's watching, everybody who likes and comments and subscribes to the channel. It's wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining us. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys, and the support of Diane. She supports me a lot in doing the videos and stuff, and I greatly appreciate that. So, with that being said, we will get back with you guys hopefully on Tuesday for Mike's Movie Rampage. And then we'll have another edition of Classic Movie Buffet Theater on Friday or Thursday, on Thursday. And then we'll be back next weekend for another episode of Supernatural Sunday. So until then, I will see you guys later. Bye bye.